ahead and get started. Let everyone get settled in. Happy Tuesday. I heard a little bit of rumbling, so it looks like we're going to get just a little bit more rain for our beautiful landscaping. I know we do have a couple announcements before we get started. Just want to make sure we remind you to silence any of your cell phones. That way everyone can hear all of the conversations. So I know, Miss Carol, you had an announcement. Anyone else? Okay, we'll start with Carol.
Good morning. I'm just reminding artists and crafters that we're going to have a show the beginning of November, and you should start getting ready right now, making all of those things and get ready to bring them down. We appreciate it. We'll have the sign-up sheets out shortly, so you can sign up to let us know. What?
Show and sale.
Show and sale, that's true. We are going to show and sell, so come on down and be visitors or come on down and participate.
Any other announcements? Yes.
Good morning. Again. I have the Save the Garden petition here, and if you'd like to learn more about it, I will be in the outer lobby directly after this meeting. 6,000 signatures have been gotten now and verified. Need over 7,000. Thank you.
What's the petition for?
I want to thank you all for coming to see the Regency Oaks Players on Friday. It was on a Friday or Thursday. But it was a full house. Maybe we could have some extra chairs next time because everybody just was having such a good time. And guess what? You can see it again. When you get the Oaks on Sunday, scroll down through the blue bars after the cover, scroll down to the green bars, and it will say RO Players August. Click on that, and you can see it all over again. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mary Ellen. We'll give Mary Ellen Gardner first.
Two things. On September 1st, in here, we're having some youth from Safety Harbor School come and talk about using the internet, using your phones, and scams, and then they'll be around afterwards if you have any questions. The other thing is, at the end of September, we're having a holiday swap. It's like the clothing swap and the book swap. It's a holiday swap. So go through your holiday stuff, and if you're tired of it, and you want to get something different, bring it over here the day before. It's on the calendar, the end of September, and then you can take back what you want.
Doesn't have to be Christmas. Every holiday. Any other resident announcements? Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with just a couple updates from the leadership team. So just a reminder, don't forget that if you do miss a Tuesday Talk in person, there are other ways that you can be informed. We do, of course, have the Tuesday Talk newsletter. It's on channel 732 at 2 p.m. and every hour on the hour after that, as well as our Regency Oaks YouTube page. So for whatever reason you can't make it or don't want to get out of bed because of the rain, there's many other ways to get all the information. So make sure that you do, so you know what's going on, and you're in the know with RO. Just our favorites, weekly reminder, please remember to wear your name badges. We continue to have new move-ins and new residents, so we want to make sure that they can get to know you and vice versa. A little bit from environmental services, we do have some upcoming cleanings that are scheduled. So Clearwater Carpets are our third-party contractor that helps us keep our carpets looking nice and clean. They will be here on the 26th at 7 p.m. for the second floor south building, and then on the 27th at 7 p.m. for the second floor north building. We will also be doing pressure washing on the breezeway around 6:30 on Wednesday, the 26th. We've been trying to do that either really late in the day or earlier in the morning. Want to make sure we keep it clean with minimal disruption to that third way. So we'll continue that. Reminder, this has come up a couple times now. So these are beautiful pieces of furniture that serve as tray tables, but they are also being used as trash cans. So those trays come off and we open them and they are full of debris and candy wrappers. So please make sure that we're not using these as trash cans. We have trash cans in this area, but just a friendly reminder. I know, I went and got 2 college degrees to remind you not to throw trash cans. So just a little from healthcare and updates. As I mentioned, I always like to keep that continuum included. Lots of great information, and lots of our residents have spent some time in skilled nursing, so I think it's super important for you to know what's going on. We did have a mock survey conducted in our assisted living on the 18th. As we mentioned, we do have regionals that come out and do those. They basically come in unexpected, just like a state surveyor would, and survey everything just like a state surveyor would. That does happen quite frequently in the assisted living and skilled nursing setting. We did really well, so just looking forward to when they actually do come through. We did have 2 move-ins in assisted living last week. We are continuing to work through transitions of care, and our residents that need that higher level of care, we do have it there in assisted living, and we did have 2 residents move over last week. We have started with our Healing Wound Partners as of yesterday. That is going to be our wound care provider for our residents in that setting. It is an attending physician that oversees all of the clinical complexities of those type of wounds in that setting. So really just a definite, dedicated provider for those type of acuities that you may need in the future, and that our current residents that are over there currently do need. We do have 2 nurses attending our IV certification training with our pharmacy in Tampa. Our pharmacist will be conducting a quality review on Wednesday the 26th of the skilled nursing and assisted living. That is also something that occurs in that setting, as we have lots of partners that come in and do audits and quality reviews. As we mentioned, our Transitions of Care meeting will be right after this, so we do hope to see you there for that. And we talked a little about it, but we are going to be doing a Life Plus kickoff. The planning is underway. That will be coming in October for all levels of care. We are going to be in a fun celebration week to our journey of living well. It is an LCS initiative that they are rolling out across the company. There are multiple pillars to it, and we will be getting out all that information as far as what that looks like. But it will be a very large, comprehensive campaign from all departments on resident services and implementations as a community that we implement to make your life better. So there will be items in food and beverage, there will be items in fitness, and lots of different initiatives. So lots of exciting stuff, just a little sneak peek on that information. But we are gearing up for that and look forward to sharing more on that. I know we've discussed this a couple times, but just want to make sure we keep this as a reminder. Health Pro Heritage will be presenting on September 14th at 2:30, their next Discovery Series in Grand Lobby South, and we hope for you to join us to learn more about their services and resources available. And then, as always, we do like to just mention, Kyle will actually be in Des Moines again. That poor guy has got to go to Des Moines about 10 times this year. But he will be there for a leadership training, the 31st through September 1st. We are really pleased. Kyle is actually he runs the actual program that mentors new incoming administrators for the company. So that is one of the reasons he has been out more this year than the normal. So definitely a very important program. He is mentoring and training new administrators that are coming into the industry to take care of seniors in the skilled nursing setting. So again, really proud to have him and continue to support his efforts in doing that. So a little from Darwin and our plant operations team. We had about 126 successfully completed work orders with about 45 pending. Our south elevator number 1, we replaced that motor again. We are waiting on some additional parts. We completed a unit turnover in assisted living for some of those new move-ins. We purchased and did just get the items distributed for our hurricane supplies. We are continuing to address our ongoing landscaping and sodding repairs. We completed 1 new unit turnover in independent living for new move-in. We did have some repairs in the Albany guest suite, so we got those taken care of. We have hired a new setup staff team member to replace Christian, who is going to be transferring. I know, I was heartbroken when you told me. I know. I said, how do I keep you? But he is going to be with us on the weekend part-time as well. He's not completely leaving, but we are hiring new staff for that. So yes, I was heartbroken when he came to see me to tell me. So we did have 3 new ACs that we replaced and some new unit turnovers as well. We replaced a defective smoke alarm and reset the fire panel. And we are continuing to work with the city on that drawing for moving the fire hydrant to install the wall around the generator for the health center. So still ongoing, yes. So I know we've discussed this, but just want to keep this in the forefront of your mind for our Blue Team updates going into September. We will have quite a few projects we're beginning. So landscaping, as we discussed, is in progress. The interior works of the north dining room will begin mid-September. The south dining room will begin mid-October. And then we will be doing our 3rd floor sports lounge, activity room, and library to begin mid-September. And then we're also starting our sales and marketing center the 1st week of September. So as we discussed, lots of dueling priorities of projects. So just a little information, of course, from IHS. Let's Get Out. They can do mini excursions, short, easy outings with the support of our team. They can help you on coffee runs, scenic drives, getting ice cream, going to the movies, hitting the mall, or even touring neighborhoods. If you just want to get out for a little bit, IHS can escort you and take you. So if you need any help or any errands you want to run, and even if you want some company and a driver, call 502 or 503 and they can help you with that. So just a reminder for our wellness clinic, it is where our medical providers are located, so you can always get more information on them. Just some of the ways they can help dispose of sharps. I know we mentioned this, super important. They can help us dispose of those sharps safely. You can bring your old medications for proper disposal with the pharmacy. You can get blood pressure readings, and you can get your weight. So if you want to get your weight, don't we all want that? So then, of course, if you have any questions about anything wellness related, Carol is our wellness nurse that you can be reached at extension 542. So just a tip of the day from Betsy in our wellness department. She wants you to consider virtual volunteering that might match your interest and skills. Many organizations offer remote roles such as tutoring or administrative tasks. So I know we have lots of very talented residents, lots of very intelligent and accomplished residents. Consider that. In these organizations that you're involved in here on campus or out in the community, a lot of them do offer those opportunities. So just a daily wellness tip to consider. And then just your reminder that the next Navigator News was placed on the medical tables in the north and the south lobbies. So just reminding you that this month's topic is to find your purpose, follow your passions, to help you live fully, and to continue helping care for others. That will go well with our Wellness Plus. So just another reminder, our Transitions of Care is today, right after Tuesday Talk. So we will not be accepting questions, I'm just kidding. We'll take your questions, but we will have the Transitions of Care immediately following this. So please stick around, super important information, and we'll have our healthcare team as well as IHS here. Little from Food and Beverage, they are starting plain, I guess this was a request. So starting tomorrow, plain grilled chicken breast will be on the left side of the menu as another healthy option. We do have some grab and goes in there with pubs, sodas, fruit, and etc. And they'll continue building on that. I've asked Margaret and the team to discuss in menu chat any things you do want to see placed out there, and we can get that for you as well. Pizza night, listen to me. Pasta night. Apparently I want pizza. Pasta night's on the 27th with shrimp and steak pizzaola. And then on the 30th is going to be, of course, this Sunday when we do the changes in the brunch. So just that reminder, Sunday brunch will be in the south. We will still have the left side of the menu available. We will do dinner service in the south, no buffet, regular service. We will do dinner service in the north, no buffet, regular service. And to-goes from the north to the south are going to remain the same. And that again will be this weekend. And then, of course, just from activities from Ginger this week, Tuesday the 25th is going to be our lemonade and iced tea bar. So that will be today at 3 p.m. in the Breezeway. Wednesday the 26th, tomorrow, we'll have Power Moves with Barbara, 2 p.m. in Town Hall. This Thursday, we have movie matinee featuring the Sheep Detectives, 2 p.m. Town Hall. This Friday, the 28th, our new fitness instructor, the fill-in for Peggy B Fit, will be at 11:30 a.m. in Town Hall. I know the previous one is undergoing some health issues, so Ginger was able to get a more reliable backup. So we are working with her. We wish her well. We'll love to have her back. But in the meantime, we will have a new fitness instructor that can be a little bit more reliable for those services for you. And then Friday, we'll have Jacob Hunt, our entertainer, at 7:30 here in the Town Hall. And then just please note those transportation hours on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are extended until 4 p.m. for your last pickup of the day, as we discussed. So a little information from HR. We did have some new hires join us in August. So we had Brianna Boyd, a certified nurse's aide. Angelo, as promised, Angelo Mellis is our new driver. Lachey Green is a home health aide. Angelica Cruz is our environmental services associate. Ana Felipe, our environmental associate assistant. Belen de los Santos, our environmental service assistant, and Ternisha Watson, a CNA. So we always like to make sure we can welcome our new team members. I know we had mentioned we were down a couple in environmental service, and we had a couple workers' comp injuries. A few of those have since been resolved, and we've been able to hire new associates for that department. So make sure you welcome them and you're nice to them so they stick around, please. So, and then really just a little information. Tell me if I'm going too fast. I just know we've got transitions of care, and sometimes we have families that come into town for that. So I want to make sure to give time for everything. Just another reminder, we discussed the brunch, so I won't go over that with you. We are continuing to work on some outdoor activities as it starts to get a little cooler. I love the 80 with rain this week. That's been nice. We, of course, have extended our transportation hours. We are extending housekeeping and maintenance hours. And no, this does not affect your monthly service fees. It's been asked. So we are continuing a big focus of mine. Many hours, many early calls, many late calls, many meetings have been budgets, as we've discussed. We present on September 17th. So lots of moving pieces for that topic, lots and lots of line items to discuss. We are in a really great new area this year because we went from 90%-ish occupied last year going into budget season till about 97% occupied. So that makes things look a little different. You can't really rely on 60, 70 new move-ins when you're, 97% occupied. So it's been fun. It's been really fun making all of that work. But we are continuing. Again, Roro, you all did such an amazing job getting all of your requests of what you'd like to see. I got a beautiful list from all of you for the community. Very realistic, very doable, tangible things. So thank you again for all the feedback. We did include that in our CapEx planning, that is large projects, large items. And we will be having that call this Thursday to submit that. So for those that are new to our community, we start by the things that absolutely are required to make the community function. Life safety items like elevators and cooling towers. Then we go into items that absolutely need to be done, like IT equipment or items like time clocks that are coming at end of life. Yes, time clocks, 26,000 time clocks. And then we go into resident requests and items we'd like to see for the community. We take that to our CapEx call with our regional team, kind of go through that, and then they take it to Janice, and Janice looks at that list as a very large scope for all the communities and kind of try to prioritize from there. All of that gets done, and we usually don't hear back to what's exactly been approved until usually about January, February. So those new to our community and to our process, that's a little about what it looks like. Right, Margaret? Right. So just continuing to work on all of that. As we discussed, we are keeping the salad bar in the north. We have made an offer to a sales candidate. She is an internal transfer from another community. So the Roro board interviewed her last week. It was a very good interview, as well as the sales team. So we're just going to kind of be waiting on a date for that transition. The beginning of the employee satisfaction was supposed to be in October, but it has now been moved up as a company to September. So we will begin all of our recruitment and promotion for our employee satisfaction survey. So if you remember, we do a survey every year around this time. Last year was resident survey, this year's employee survey, next year will be resident survey, and so on and so forth. So we will begin gearing up for that. September's gonna be a fun month. Let's throw a hurricane in there for some good. I'm kidding. We are having a regional sales director visit, Ann Smythe. If you know, she did take over for Amy Wall's regional position. She will be here later today, all day Wednesday, and partial day Thursday. So I'll be meeting with her on some marketing and budgeting items and just continuing to support our sales team until we do get a sales director. As we discussed, we are beginning our paving project on the 14th, so that's also in September. We'll get that going. Again, thanks to all the residents that have been super helpful in working with Darwin on that. And I know I mentioned this, but just super proud, we remain the top 3 for employee retention. So where we might see a couple open positions here and there, it's nowhere near compared to a lot of our other communities. We are one of the top for keeping our employees in place. So just really proud of that. So on that, I can take any questions before, well, hello, Bill DiMarino. I saw your hand up. She's coming behind you.
Okay,
Okay,
here we go.
here we go.
Everybody close your eyes.
Here we go.
You're in the south building and you just took an elevator up to the 4th floor. And you get off the elevator and to your left, there's Tina's famous candy dish. Does everybody know where we're at? Okay. On each side of that candy dish were 2 chairs. And those 2 chairs matched the other chairs in that lobby. They're 2 beautiful chairs. And 2 weeks ago, more or less, someone decided to change those chairs. And
Put GPS trackers on everything around.
yeah, catch this, Lindsay.
Okay.
And Darwin and Chris have been fantastic
We really winky on
and
this.
trying to find the bloody chairs. So, if anybody knows where the 2 chairs went, fess up. Because we sure like to have that lobby back to where it was. And if you know Tina's Candy Dish, you probably sat in the bloody chairs. So where are the chairs? It's that simple. You can fess up to Darwin or Chris. You don't have to fess up to
I'm gonna
me.
send them the bill.
No, I don't, it's not my job, but I'll be doggone, I can't believe that somebody decided to change those 2 chairs, and they matched all the other chairs in the lobby, so now the lobby doesn't
Doesn't
match.
match.
Yeah, beautiful.
We'll find those chairs. Thank you, Bill, for putting the word out. We're gonna find those chairs. Yes, Ms.
I have a
Mary.
quick question. What is considered CapEx? What dollar figure?
So, small wise, I have to, anything 2,000 or above, I send up, but when I'm speaking to you, it's 25,000 or above.
Okay.
But you don't worry about that. You tell me the items you wanna
Put it
see,
in the right place.
and I put them in the right place. Yes, there are some things that you guys did request that very much can be done without even sending that up.
Okay.
So yes,
Great, thank you.
absolutely.
The other thing I had is just a reminder to everybody that COVID season's here again. So please be careful, wash your hands frequently, wear a mask if you need to, and stay away if you have COVID.
Thank you, Mary. I actually did miss mentioning that. She is absolutely right. We've had an uptick in cases in the hospitals and even within some of our team members. So please do make sure that you are paying attention to those symptoms. They can be allergy-like, terrible headache, and make sure you can rule out COVID. Thank you, Mary. Yes.
Hi, I haven't been coming to as many of these meetings as I should, and some people may have the same question I have, and what does CAPEX mean?
CapEx is capital items that we purchase for the community. Capital expense, yep. Yes,
Have you replaced the mattress in that Saratoga suite?
those are on the list.
They've been on the list for a year already.
They sure have.
Well, it's not such a big expense.
Yeah.
Another question, for those of us who have forgotten to pick up the hurricane supplies, is there any way to get them at this point?
No, we threw them away. Yes, we'll get them delivered to you.
Thank you.
Yep. Hi, Judy.
Hi, is Betsy arranging COVID inoculations this fall?
Or flu.
I will confirm with her, but I am sure that she is.
I want to be sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the future, I wonder if it could be considered to have a part-time weekend nurse, just as Carol helps out during the week. It may not be in your budget for now, but just for future consideration.
Sure, absolutely. That's always been something for consideration, so absolutely. Completely agree.
I just want to add to the missing chairs in the south building that we're still missing a lamp and 2 chairs in the north building that have been gone for several months now.
Return our items, guys. I'm gonna start going to all your apartments. Wants it. All right, we do need to get started with transitions of care. We'll take one more.
One quick.
Yes.
I'd like to jump on Mary's comment. It's interesting, I happen to use the health center now 3 days a week, which I never did before. And not the athletic center. We need to give Barbara a little bit of help in there with signage, because people use the equipment and do not clean the equipment when they're finished.
Absolutely.
And if you want to talk about a place where stuff gets spread, it's in that particular venue. And Barbara is trying. There are signs there, but we have people who just don't understand that they need to clean the equipment when they're finished. So maybe some education, some signage, whatever you think, Lindsay, because
No, absolutely.
that is a source.
So I think mentioning that here now is important. If you are using it, make sure you do clean up after yourself, but we can most certainly install additional signage and look at that. Yep.
Give her some help.
Yep, absolutely. Yes, Mary, last question.
The other thing that I do is clean it off before I use it, because I have a tendency to touch my face while I'm exercising, so I wipe it off before and after.
Yep, thank you for that. All right, well, everyone, thank you so much for attending. Sit tight for transitions of care. We'll get started very quickly. Appreciate you all, as always.